Hello there, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to our first episode together. Of this new show that me and Northside LDN have just started, and it's called Heated Debate. And you're welcome to the show. My brother Northside, you're welcome to the show. It's nice to see you again.
No, thanks for having me. And may this be the first episode of a lot of heated debates on my channel and also on yours, man.
Yeah, sure. It's it's a big honor to have a show with someone I've always looked up to. Like I told you, everyone knows. I'm not shy in saying all these things. I was always watching you all the time, and I still watch you all the time. Before I started my show and everything, I always watched you, brother. So it's like kind of like dream come true. Seeing you guys people I always looked up to and having a show with you, it's a big honor. Also Gunnar, Jazz, you, Gracie May, I always watch these guys, and to have shows with you guys, man, it's another third world metaverse type of shit, for me. So thanks for coming to the show today, and let's get cracking, brother. What was your prediction for that Tottenham Hotspur match? Let me put you on the game right now, because I had a show with you. I knew what you said, so I'll just allow you to do justice to what you said. You committed. What did you say?
I predicted a draw based on the fact that I do rate the manager at Tottenham, the fact that they did plug a lot of holes in their team with Conte over the summer, and the fact that they were able to grind out results. Now, I predicted a draw because we have a very good record at the Emirates against Tottenham Hotspur, but they do have a manager that I do respect, regardless of the outcome of the game. I do respect that manager. They also got a very dangerous front three. Now, we obviously handled them very well, but I said even before my prediction, I did say, when you look at their defense, they can get got at. And when I was on the Irish Hotspur channel, I said, when we did a combined 11, I said, listen, when you look at your defense, when you take away Ramiro, your defense is rubbish. Your defense ain't that great, and we can beat you. We can definitely beat you, but you definitely have got a stronger all-round front three. Now, when you're looking at both teams, I think defensively we're stronger than them, and I was looking at them. I think attacking-wise, they do have the more proven players. Harry Kane, regardless of what happened in the game, Harry Kane is world-class. Son is a top player. Obviously, Kulusevski was out, but Richarlison is a decent player. So I said, I looked at their attack and I said, they can cause us problems. But their defense, the reason they play three at the back is because their individuals are not great and they're not good enough. And it's just like Chelsea, when Chelsea didn't have the individuals, they would play three at the back, because when they play in a four, a couple of seasons ago, their individuals weren't good enough. So it was one of them ones, you know what I mean? So yeah, I predicted a draw, but I was more than happy to be proven wrong, and I was proven wrong.
Again, because let's flip the script all over again. Northside, you cannot just be benefiting from a system that you don't really believe in. Because when I come to your show and tell you that we're going to smash Tottenham Hotspurs and that we're going to smash Brentford, you turn it up a notch. You say, no, we're going to draw, or we're going to lose, or we're going to get hammered, in these places. Even if we're home, we're going to get hammered by Tottenham Hotspur, or in Brentford, where you said that we're going to be, destroyed down there. And you cannot just after the fact come out after the game that we've won and said, oh, we've won. No, you have to believe in the team and say, hey, we're going to go down there and we're just gonna pick them apart. Why are you being careful? Why can't you just come out with your whole heart and say Arsenal is going to win the game? Like, why?
Okay, so the Brentford game, my reasoning for the Brentford game and not believing that we could win the game is because last season and this season, when we came up against Man United, we were very naive against counter-attacking teams. So I base off of what we did in the summer, which we didn't do enough, and also when we faced a counter-attacking team, we didn't deal with them. Now, Brentford, clearly, we learned from Man United and we dealt with
Yeah.
them. But I was basing it on the reasoning is on the history and the fact that I don't believe that we've done everything we need to do in the summer to be able to override that. Now, we did it against Brentford. Personally, we should have done it against Brentford last season because we are a better team than them, regardless, which is why I was so angry about that last season. Now, we did it against Brentford and I gave praise. Against Tottenham, they've got a more potent attack than Man United. When you look at their front three, their attacking players, individually, they're better than Manchester United. And we didn't do the business against Man United. And my fear was if the game, and I said this, if the game doesn't go Arsenal's way in terms of if our starting 11 doesn't get the job done, who have we got off the bench to end the game and do you know what I mean? Get us the 3 points. And I said this before, if our starting 11 don't do the job, the bench is atrocious. And when you look at our bench, that is a fact. That is why against Man United, we were decent in the first half. Second half, when they scored, we had no one off the bench to affect the game. And I think ultimately, yes, we beat Brentford. Yes, we beat Spurs. But ultimately, the fact that we don't have a squad to compete in all fronts is going to come back and bite us. We did well against Brentford. We did well against Tottenham Hotspur. But once again, the front 11 did the job. Now, if the starting 11 didn't do the job, who have we got off the bench? Because not every game is going to go our way. Yeah, and
we got Vieira. We got Vieira. Tierney was. I don't know if Tierney was okay for that match against Tottenham Hotspur, but hey, we still do have people that could still come in.
But if you're chasing a game, Tierney's not going to do the job. Fabi Vieira is unproven, so you don't really know. Let's be fair. Whether you rate him or you don't know what he's going to offer in the duration of a season. And most of the time, this is the hardest league in the world. He's going to have an adaptation period. This is his adaptation year. So you can't rely on Fabio Vieira. And that doesn't mean that he's not good, and it doesn't mean that he's shit. What I'm saying is you don't know. So you can't rely on him. Then when you take him away, you've got Emil Smith-Rowe that's always injured. Also a player that's learning his trade. So players like him are going to be like Xhaka, what we're seeing from Xhaka. They're going to be up and down. When you're going to get inconsistency, you can't tell me that we're going to be in a title race. We're going to do what I believe we should be doing. We've got a lot of players with potential, but we don't have a lot of players that can see a game out. Then you're looking at El Nene. He's not good enough. He wasn't good enough last season. He isn't good enough. And then you've got other players like Nketiah. He isn't good. He's still yet to score a goal this season. He's not good enough. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at that bench, and then we've got 15-year-olds on the bench isn't good enough. And I think there's been a lot of focus on the starting 11. And what I'm saying is, yes, I got the prediction wrong against Brentford. Yes, I got the prediction wrong against Spurs. But ultimately, in the duration of a season, this squad, I'm talking about the whole squad, the bench and the starting lineup, doesn't have enough quality and experience to be able to get us in a title race. They don't. And it happened last season. The reason we got even out of a top 4, let alone a title race last season, we didn't have the experience. The youngsters took us into a prime position to be top 4, and we didn't. And then the rotation, the bench wasn't good enough. And when we relied on the bench for 10 games to go, they let us down. In the summer, did we do what we needed to do to address that? No, we didn't. We didn't. So ultimately, it's going to be the same problem.
Not sad, but we brought in players. We brought in players that improved the team. That's what we did.
How much have they really improved the team? Because I feel like we've improved.
That's what we did. We brought in a McQueeners who also affected the game against Zurich. He scored. We brought in a Vieira. He also scored. I don't know how you want to look at it. I don't know how you want to look at it. Right now, everything is going smoothly. And then we can, around January, we can look into deeping into that market. I don't know. Mikel Arteta came out and said, "Hey, I'm glad that we did not panic buy Douglas Luiz in the last transfer window this summer." I know people like you are not happy with that statement when he came out to make that statement. I know you're not happy about that statement. So you want us to go into this transfer window and panic buy all these players. Why? Why
Why
can't
would you
Arsenal
need to
Football
panic buy
Club
if you plan
go
properly?
go to this transfer market and just go there and buy good and great players that can come and be very, very competitive on the pitch? Like, why do we have to buy all these managed players that just manage to turn up? I don't think it's good
Tony,
enough.
let me answer your question. You just said, why should we panic buy? This is my explanation to you. In January, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
they said they've got a clear plan for the summer, which means they should have a list, maybe 3 or 4 players in each position that we need to strengthen, of players that we need to go out and get. Yeah.
true,
So when you
true.
come into the summer now, you said you don't want to panic buy in January. Cool. Let's just say, for some reason, let's just say you haven't been scouting players in the last 4 years and you have no one to buy in January. You want to buy in the summer. Then why didn't they go out and do that? Because they said they got a clear plan for the summer. The whole thing they were saying when we let go of 6 players in January was, we've got a clear plan for the summer. Now, do you, either me, you, however you see the club, do you really believe they had a clear plan for the summer? Because at the end of the day, we needed rotation for Martinelli and Saka. We didn't do that, and we got rid of Pepe. We got rid of Aubameyang. We didn't really replace him. We got Jesus, but we needed another striker. Let's be real. We needed another striker just for rotation. Just for rotation with the amount of games that and competitions that we're in. We needed another CDM. We needed another deep line playmaker, because we see if Granit Xhaka is injured, not saying that Granit Xhaka is great, but if he's injured, who have we got? Very, very inexperienced players to replace him.
We have
We
Eddie
don't have a right
See,
back.
we
We
have
don't have a
Eddie
right back.
Nketiah as a squad player. I'm not saying he's good enough to be our main striker, but at least as a squad player, we can bring him in sparingly.
But why do we keep buying squad
I
players?
don't know
Why
what
are
you
we
have
buying
against
squad
this
players?
guy. What do you
I'm
have
sorry,
against
I
this
don't
guy?
care about
He
squad
came to
players.
Zurich. He scored in Zurich. Why can't he be our
Zurich
squad
are
player?
9th in the Swiss league. I don't care. That's not the metric to say if you're good enough for Arsenal. They are 9th in the Swiss league. That league is probably 10th in the world. That is not the measurement to tell me if you're good enough or not. I'm
I
sorry.
know, but
He
why
did
can't he
well.
come in at that time? Why? Why can't we have him at that time as our squad
So you're
player?
happy to fill the whole squad of youngsters that you're going to know is going to be inconsistent. Because Saka's not been the Saka we saw last season. There's no one to replace him. That is not planning well. That's not, we've got a clear plan. The club come out and feed us all. We got a clear plan. We're building a squad like this. The
Not
squad
sad.
is
Of course, you
very,
knew we
very
wanted
light.
to
It's
get
so light.
Rafinha. You knew we wanted to get Rafinha. You knew we pursued that. That was the main guy in the transfer market in the summer that we wanted to get. And of course, he had a dream of playing for Barcelona. He
So then
was
you
the
don't have another
legitimate
option.
guy to come in and give Saka a challenge for his money.
So
That
you
was
only
what
have
happened.
one target for each position. Is that how a top club runs? You only have one target. You don't have in that position, the Rafinha position, you don't have 3 or 4? Is that how you scout? Because that's stupid. You can't predict that the player is definitely going to come to Arsenal.
But
So you have
yet you
to have backup in that position. And what I'm saying is we've let go of a lot of players and not replaced them. And then when we get players in, they're squad players. And what I'm saying to you is this. When you're competing against Man City, look at the quality they've got. Now, you may not be able to buy the exact same quality that they have. What I'm saying is to make your squad better, you need to get better than what you have, not somebody that can do a job. Yeah, because we have plenty of players that can do a job. Rob Holding can do a job for a game or two. El Nene can do a job for a game or two. But where does that ultimately get us? Nowhere. You have to get better than what you have. That is how you improve, especially when your team is finishing 5th. So that tells me you're getting worse than your starting 11, but your starting 11 last season got 5th. You need to get better. I don't understand this notion with Arsenal fans that we need to get, he can do a job. No, is he better than the starting lineup player? And that is how you truly improve. Because I tell you what, you can tell me all this, Odegaard's got this. A lot of players that got big potential don't live up to their potential. Mason Mount at Chelsea had big potential. Gallagher came on and got them the winner. Gallagher's playing better than Mason Mount at Chelsea. Some players don't, majority of players don't hit their potential. Just because a player has a potential doesn't mean he's going to reach it. So why don't they mix young? We've already got a young squad. Why not bring experience that when Saka's not playing the way he should be playing, which we saw, and he was frustrating against Spurs, you've got a right winger that is proven that can teach Saka and that can actually take the pressure off of Saka. when Saka isn't
So
playing well.
who should we have gone for when Rafinha didn't come from Leeds? Who should we have gone
Wasn't we
for?
going for that
Tell
Mudrik
me
guy?
who.
Wasn't we going for that Mudrik guy?
Mm,
The thing is, what I don't like is fans always go to fans like me. Oh, who should we go? At the end of the day, I'm not a scout. I'm not the one that came out and said we got a clear plan. I'm not the one that said we know what we need in the summer and we're going to go out there and get it. That is Edu's job and Arteta. They say they scout players together. So I can see the deficiencies in the squad and the fragilities in terms of our squad. That's their job to go out and identify the talent, because Edu came out before the season and said we scout players for 7, 8, 9 months before the transfer windows open. Now, I agree with that. I agree that that's what you should do. But is that really what you're doing? Because once Rafinha ain't coming, there's no other player. Once certain
yeah, but I
players ain't.
also think that you have to take a step back because I think there were promises somewhere uh, between Edu and Rafinha. Something happened at the end of the day. I really do think that Barcelona wasn't expected to come up with the money or come up with the necessary agreements with Leeds. And when that came in, of course, as a player, it's always your dream to go to Spain and play. At least for those ones coming from Brazil. I know they always either like Italy or Spain. And it came and that's what happened. So instead of us to just go into that transfer market, panic buy anyone, because I was of that school that we should go in and get a Leroy Sané, because I do like him. But again, you still need to check if this player would still be the same kind of player that he was in Manchester City when he comes back to the league. You have to check all this, all these little details, that are written around it. So instead of us going to panic buy any of these guys, why can't we recalibrate, take a chill pill, relax? A player has just rejected us and gone to FC Barcelona. Relax and
Tony,
then go back into that market. And we still
Tony,
have
in
Saka. And
January,
mind
you're
you, we
talking
still
about
have a
panic buying.
McQuinness. And McQuinness scored a goal on his debut appearance against FC Zurich. So I don't see why you're
You,
really panicky
you know,
about.
this panic buy is the biggest load of excuse I've ever heard. From January, they said they're not going to buy anyone because they didn't want to panic buy. From January to August is 7 to 8 months. You got 7 to 8 months to scout players. Yeah, that's more than enough time. So the fact that they didn't do what they needed to do in the summer, don't give me the whole panic buy. You've had 7 to 8 months. You're telling me you can't give me 2 to 3 players in each position that we need strengthening in this squad. That is not good enough. And the problem with this club is that they want to hold people like me more accountable than them. They said that they're scouting players 7 to 8 months before the transfer window opens, giving me only Rafinha and then saying, "Oh, there's no one else. We don't want to panic buy."
So you
Well,
want us
what?
to go get
The
another
fact is,
Mesut Ozil? You
are you
want us to go
actually
get
doing
another
what you
Mesut
need to do?
Ozil? You
Are
are the
you doing
kind
what
that
you need
wants
to
us to go
do
and get
when Rafinha
all
is
these
the only?
calamity players,
No,
bring
bro.
them up, put them
Is
on good
Rafinha the
wages,
only right winger
and
that
then you
you have
start blaming the coach
scouted?
at the end of the day. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Bro,
For us to
even
bring all these
Martinez, we
players,
go for
panic
Martinez.
buy
He
them,
goes to Man United,
keep them in
got
the
done.
bench,
Got
and they
done.
can't even help the team achieve anything. They can't even help the team achieve trophies. And at the end of the day, it's trophies that me and you want at the end of the day, because you pride yourself in standards. You claim you want standards. So what standards can we get if we go and panic buy all these players that don't actually love the club? Arsenal is moving towards a direction of the love for the club.
You don't
That's
know
the
if these
direction we're
players love
moving
the
in.
club or not.
Yeah,
You
I
don't know
know you
that.
don't like the project. I know you don't like this project. You hate everything, every talk about project and process. And it is a project, because when your house collapses, God forbid, maybe you own a house. If it collapses, what do you do? What do you do, North Side?
I
You
don't say
get
it's
away the
easy
debris.
and
You
get
get.
youngsters to
I'll
rebuild
tell you
the
what
house.
you would do. You get away the debris. You get away the debris, and then you start buying structures to rebuild. That's how you get a house back up when it collapses, and that's what you do. Arsenal is in that turn. and in that turning point that we need players that actually want to come and play for the football club
But
rather than
why
just
do they
looking
have
at
to be?
Arsenal
Why do they
Football
have to
Club
be
as a
youngsters?
ticket for a meal. And we're
But why do
tired
they
of
have to
having
be
these
youngsters?
players that just come here for a ticket for a meal. No, we don't want that. We no 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 absolutely we don't want that. We don't want any panic buys. We just want players that love the club and want to come and play football and enjoy football. That's what we want, not I don't know what you want, not I sincerely don't know what you want.
I want proven winners because I know that youngsters are never going to win you anything. Like the great Fergie said, yeah, which was a greater manager than our manager, Arsene Wenger.
Well,
Even though,
Chelsea got Koulibaly. Well, go look at their defense right now. It's total shit. All these things, see, all these things doesn't mean a thing. They have Cucurella. They bought a Fofana. What's happening to them right now? Where are they in the league table? I think they're fifth or so. So all these things
so the
doesn't
league
matter.
finishes now.
It doesn't. No, it's not finished now. But where are they now?
So why
That's
are
it.
you talking?
Because people would judge you with your present, not with your past. Really, they want to see what you're doing right now. That's what they want to see.
But you're making that prediction. Where are they now? Last season, at the first half of the season, we were poor. Yeah, and we lost our first 3 games. We still ended up in the top 5. So they might be starting bad now, but they could still end above us. We were above Tottenham for a long time, and then we were the favourites to get top 4, and we bottled it. So you can't say just because right now that we're above them that we're going to finish there at the end of the season. You can't say that because by that logic, how come we had an atrocious start to last season, yet we still finish in the top 5? Chelsea can still kick back. Now they've got a manager that I rate both managers, but it seemed that Thomas Tuchel was clashing heads with the owner. You don't know that yet. So let's just chill out because you had all this energy against Man United, and what happened there? What I'm saying is,
That was just a blip. That was just a blip, and we all know that every title winning team have a blip along the way. We all know this. It happened. For crying out loud, Liverpool, Liverpool was beaten by Manchester United. What are we talking about? Liverpool can't even string out a clear result against Brighton. So why should I herald these teams as title winning teams? And when my team is at the top of the table right now, and I cannot say or I cannot mouth off that we are going to win the league or that we are going to challenge for the league title. But I was with a deluded Liverpool fan that said that if they beat Brighton, that they're gonna go ahead and challenge for the title. So if they have that kind of chest, why can't I have even a
because that
little bit of
Liverpool team has
chest?
actually got
Even a little
that
bit of
Liverpool team
chest.
got winners. We don't. You're talking about a Liverpool team that's won Champions League, that knows how to win a league. So as much as they're not great at the moment,
One
that
league
team
title in
knows
30
that
years.
team,
One league
that
title
team
in
knows
30
how to
years.
win the league. We can't even get into Champions League qualification so far, let alone winning the league. So there's no comparison. You can't compare our team to their team. You can't. You can't. Because by no logic can you compare us. We've not achieved what they've achieved. So there's no comparison. You're saying, why can't I believe? Because this squad have not won a major honor. They've won 2. So you can't compare it. And what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that our performance hasn't gone up a level. I'm not saying that Xhaka has been playing very well, a player that I don't ultimately rate. Yeah. My opinion can change, but my opinion changes with consistency, not a one-off performance. Now, we beat Tottenham, yeah. Other than that, everybody else. Well, to be honest, with our record against Tottenham at Emirates, we should be beating them. We should be beating the other teams that we beat, and we did beat them. So credit there. But we should be beating Man United. A Man United
So
team.
Liverpool should not be beating them. Chelsea
What
should
I'm
not be
saying is
beating
this.
them.
What I'm saying is
But
this.
we should
I'm
be
not
beating
gonna.
them.
I will change
I
my mind.
understand. I understand.
I will change my
No
mind with
problem.
consistency. The problem is you can't look at things and say, listen, I like the way we're playing. I like the fact that we've got more bite. I like the fact that our game, we're playing better as a team than we did last season. That's all praises. That's all praises that I'm saying. But you can also say, in the summer, they promised us that they had a clear plan and that we was going to get certain players, and they didn't address that. And when I'm looking at the bench isn't great. Why can't you say that? Because I don't think that's debatable. The bench isn't great, bro. It isn't. When you're looking at the bench,
I'm not saying it's
not great.
great, but I'm saying it takes. See, you need at least 3 to 4 transfer windows to be able to to sort out your team. You
What do you
don't
mean
just
he's
go out
had
and
loads?
just get everyone. You're not
He's
Manchester
had
City.
loads.
If
This
you're
is coming on
Manchester
his fourth
City,
year.
yeah, but
Oh,
we
come
spent
on, man.
money.
Come
Not
on.
side, not
Come
side,
on, man.
not
He's going
side.
on to
You
his fourth
can't
year.
do
And
that.
that
You can't
Chelsea team
do
that you're
that.
mugging off, Thomas
And do
Tuchel won
you
the
know that
Champions
we're
League with
facing
that
F?
team with
Do you
none
know
of his
that
players,
FF?
bro.
Do you know of a certain thing called FFP rules?
Oh my God.
No, it's easy for you to talk of, to talk
Don't
about
even
all
bring up
these things.
FFP because
But
we rip up
do
contracts.
you know that
No, 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 no.
Arsenal has
How
an
much?
FFP warning
Okay, go on.
right now? Do you know that, not side?
All right, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. FFP is how much you bring in, yeah, to how much you can
Yeah,
spend.
yeah.
We, in the last couple of seasons, have ripped up and not got back £370 million worth of players by allowing contracts to run down, letting people like Aubameyang leave on a free. Yeah. So don't tell me about FFP. We are still up there
But
in the
you
top
want us to
three.
still
Hold
go
on,
bring
hold on.
players like that
I'm answering your
and
question.
bring into the system.
I'm
That's what you
answering
want.
your question because you brought up FFP. Don't give me FFP because if you want to talk about FFP, it's not self-sustaining, always getting 20 to 30% of the money we spend on players, especially the players that we broke transfer records to get into this club. That is not running self-sustaining. And even though we have burnt 370 odd, I think it's almost 390 odd million pounds worth of
About
player sales
390,
that
yeah.
we burn and ripped up contracts, yeah, that doesn't allow you to spend that money. You've literally burnt that money. Yeah, that is unacceptable. Letting contracts run down is unacceptable. So even with that, we are still in the top 3 biggest spenders in this league. We spend a lot of money. Do your Googles and watch how much money Arsenal
No,
spend.
it's
I'm not
fact.
having
But the
that.
problem
I'm
there
not
is that
having
you
that.
want us to go back to that same issue that we had in the first place. Panic buying these players that won't give us any worth at the end of the day. That's what you're trying to get us back into. It's just like Mikel Arteta is trying to clear up the mess, but you want us to get neck deep into that same mess that put us in this state in the first place. That's what I'm talking about. You want us to go panic buy. Is it our problem that Rafinha did not want to come?
Glasgow Red chats. Listen, big up. Make sure you message me on my IG. Northside LDN, all one word, man. No worries. But listen, I'm
Yeah,
not having none of this chat, bro.
Glasgow. Yeah, yeah, Glasgow. I see you're carteling to North Side, but no problem. That's my real guy. John is my real guy. Prince Fuad has choice words to say to you. Um, our mutual friend Prince Fuad is always in the chat, always there for you, my brother. I really do look at me and Fuad as as the last custodians of the Arsenal flag. We want the team to win, and also we wanted to develop in a common sense way. Prince Forward says here, yes, I am bringing on the youngsters.
This field of puta, bro. Where are you, bro? I thought you were supposed to be on this channel. Yeah, this field of puta called the Vaca. Yeah, ain't got any tools. Yeah, to come on this channel, field of puta. Where are you, bro? Where are you? You know what I mean?
Fuad, are you hearing? Are you hearing this? Glasgow Red Chart, my guy Johnny says, I like this Arsenal fan. Least he's honest, unlike some Arsenal fans. Okay. We are top and they are second. See, it's simple. Yeah, me and Fuad, of course, there's some sides that me and him disagree, but I agree in most of the time with him. He's a realist. Where are we? See, answer this question. He asked you a question. We are top, they are second. What do you have to say to that? Not side. It's a simple question.
Who are you talking about? Us and Tottenham.
See, I don't know. Fuad said something.
I don't know
Just
who he's talking about.
he said we are top and they are second. Manchester City is second.
You really hold on. I want you to say this with a straight face. You really believe we are better than Man City? Puta que pariu. Come on, bro. Wait, when Haaland comes up against Arsenal, we're gonna get cooked, bro. Absolutely cooked.
Are you serious? Where is your belief in the team? And this is where I have a problem with you, not side. It's okay to disbelieve the team. It's okay to criticize the team. But where is your faith in the team?
So
Where
should
is
I
your
have
faith?
blind?
Why are you a fan?
Should I have blind faith? Because if the club do what is needed, which is bringing in proven winners, bringing in players that are not like, look, we keep bringing Lokongas, Vieiras, Tavares. We need some proven winners in this club. We need to help these youngsters. Because last season, I don't put none of the blame on Martinelli, on Saka, on none of the youngsters, because they were the ones that propelled us to get top four last season. They need to be helped. They need some proven winners that are going to help them. Now, Gabriel Jesus, great buy. Zinchenko, goodbye. Goodbye. I'm not criticizing that. Partey, goodbye. But you need more. And when you get a Thomas Partey, you can see how much better we play when we have a Thomas Partey. We need more leaders, bro. We need more leaders. Let me tell you this. When is the last time we got into the transfer window and we've gone and got what we needed? Because I can't, in the last 20 odd years, I cannot remember us going into a transfer window and getting what we need. And this is why I'm underwhelmed. You want me to have belief? I need it to also be assisted by the club doing what is needed to be done.
So we're not doing what is needed to be done right now, and we're top of the league.
Huh?
So we are not doing what's needed to be done, right? And we're top of the league right now. We brought
We
in a
have not built this
Zichenko. We
squad to be
brought in a
prepared.
Zichenko. We brought
We
in a
have not
Zichenko.
built.
We brought in an Gabriel
You want to bring up
Jesus.
Zinchenko?
You know, we
Apart
brought
from
these
that
guys to the
left-handed
team.
side, you name me another position in this squad. Apart from the left-hand side, you name me another
That's what
position
I'm
in this
saying. It
squad.
takes time to bring
Oh,
the
hold on, hold
players
on, hold
that
on.
you
I want you to
want.
answer this question.
It
I want
takes
you to answer this
time.
question. I want you to answer
It
this
takes
question. Yeah?
time.
Now, I want you to answer this question. It takes time. You told me it takes 3-4 of transfer windows. This guy's coming up to his 4th year. He's had about 6, almost 7 transfer windows, and we are still looking like this. I'm sorry, ain't good enough.
Mind
Apart
you,
from
he had to ship
Zinchenko, I
players
want to ask
out.
you a question.
And I
I want to
just
ask you a
told
question.
you, we need to watch the FFP rules.
I
Are
want,
you
yeah, we
guys
need
in
to,
the
you know what, we
metaverse,
need
or
to
are
watch
you
it.
guys on planet Earth? You need to
We,
watch
apart from,
FFP rules.
Tony, answer my
Because
question.
of the decay, we cannot get money for players that we have sold. That's a
Yeah,
big
answer
problem
me
when
this
you're
question.
spending.
Answer me this question. In
Are,
4 years,
are you guys thinking?
in 4 years, yeah, almost 4 years now, this manager's been here. Name
Yeah.
me another position in this squad that has the same level of rotation that we have at left back to every other position that we have in the squad.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. So don't chat to me about we
well,
got rotation because we don't.
Well,
We don't.
we have a Tomiyasu in that right back
Don't try
position.
it.
No,
Don't
you
try
can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want. We have Ben White doing well this season down there. Now, mind you, I've said on many streams, is Ben White
it.
the height of the kind of right back that I want in that team? The answer is no. But he's doing well this season. You're just laughing right now, but he's doing well this season. Why can't you get behind him? Why do you want to laugh out there? Just laugh at him. Make a public show and mockery of him when he's giving his best this season. Why? People like you mocked off Granit Xhaka, said he's not there's nothing good about that guy. He's not good enough. But right now, Mikel Arteta has tweaked everything and Zachary's playing well. He's even scoring goals. This was someone you said he was going to amount to nothing. See, it's just like a kid growing up, and you keep telling that kid, you're not going to amount to anything. You know, we hate you in this family. You're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to be a doctor. You don't have the brains to be to bring in money to the family. You don't have the metal to handle what the family is going to, or what you're supposed to bring to the table for the family. And what happens when you keep doing that? It affects the kid's psychology. He grows up thinking he's going to be a failure. And that's what you've done to Granit Xhaka. But it's blown up in all your faces right now. You can see he's a transformed player right now, and it's playing. He's scoring goals. He's going offensively. Before you slagged this guy off. There was nothing good about this guy. You totally destroyed his image. In fact, you said this guy was good enough for nothing. That was your approach towards him. But look at him this season. Look at him this season. So I'm going to make you give him an appraisal. Not side LDN. What do you think about Granit Xhaka this season?
Listen, first
Eat
of all,
that humble
Tony.
pie. Eat that humble pie.
First of all, Tony,
Yeah.
Glasgow, was it Glasgow Red Chats? Listen, I'm
Yeah,
sure
he's my
Tony
guy.
knows.
I will give you his contact
Yeah.
after later
Um,
on.
to answer your question is this. I said this before and I'll say it again. Granit Xhaka has been up there with one of our top 3 best players so far this season. Now,
Yeah.
we played what, about 8 games? Just about
I'm
8 games?
sorry. I'm sorry, not side. This is heated. Big ups to you, Chelsea OG. Big ups to you, Ifeanyi Kenneth Okelma. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Prince Fuad. Glasgow Red Charts. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Amy Baba, big ups to you and our big friend and a station regular. I work with him now. The ever the ever great Manny Tangadurai, my brother. I'll be seeing you this week. Manny is a big fan of yours too. Not side, he's a great guy. Um, Gracie May, big up to you, lady. You were here in the show yesterday, and Gracie, she even bigged up Mikel Arteta. What about you, brother? Can't you come back to the fold?
How did I
Come back
start
to
off
the
my
fold.
comments on this show? Did I not say that we're playing better? You know what it is?
Come back to the fold, brother. Come
Nah,
back, brother.
listen, listen. I can give praise where praise is due.
Yeah.
I even against the North in the North London derby, I even said, listen, I don't rate Ben White. He was, I don't think he was great in the first half. Second half, he played a lot better. I also said Zinchenko in the first half wasn't that great. Richarlison was cutting in too much, giving too much space. Second half, Zinchenko played better. Gabriel's a player that I've been getting onto, but he's been up in his game so far. So I can give a balanced review. Now, if you want my overall perception to change on a player, you asked me about Granit Xhaka. I need to see it over the duration of a season. Playing well for 8 games is one thing. Can you do it for the duration of the season? Because that is the standard it takes to win or beat in a title race. So ultimately, if he plays well for 8 games, and the rest of the 30 odd games or whatever, he plays poor, what does it really mean? He's playing well, keep it up. Keep it up for a season, my opinion of you will change. And I will hold my hand up and say, you know what? Maybe we'll find the best position for him. You know what? I was wrong about Xhaka. But the season ain't over.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you to eat that humble pie at the end of the season because he's come good. No, not sad. You're going to eat lots of humble pies this season because I know that this team is going places. We're a budding team, and you can clearly see what
So
Mikel
what are
Arteta
they
is
doing?
doing.
What do you think this team is capable of?
Last week, you said that Tottenham Hotspurs was going to completely obliterate us, completely
No, I
destroy
never
us.
said that. No,
That's
I
what
never
you
said
said.
that.
You
No, I never said
no,
that.
that was your
How can I say
thinking.
that if I predicted a
See,
draw?
not I know how you think. I know how you think. You
I
said
never
we're
said
going to
you
get a
can't. No,
1-1
no, no, no,
draw, but deep
no.
inside, in your mind, you felt these guys are going to turn us up and expose us. That's what was in your mind. But we keep proving this mindset wrong. We keep proving. I came to your show. I said, not side. We're going to beat Tottenham Hotspur by 3-1. I know
But
you
we beat
scoffed.
them every
You
season at
mugged
the
me off your
Emirates. So
show
what?
that day. You were laughing at me deep inside. But you can see what's happening. Chelsea OG, shout out to you, my brother. He said should have went for Zaha as backup too. See, with this question of Zaha, let's come back to reality. Not side, my brother. Um, should we have gone for Zaha as a backup? Because I'm just reasoning things this way. If Zaka, I know Zaka is a very dangerous player. He plays in a very dangerous way. I like his runs, his speed, his pacey. He can cut in to the 18-yard box and runs lots of those channels in the wings. But him as a player, if he was this kind of like a guy that was extremely good enough, both on and off the pitch, why hasn't any other big team come for Zaha? Because I want a Zaha in my team.
Because of how much
I
money
think
they're
he,
asking for him. How much money they're asking for him puts a lot of teams not in a position to be able to afford him.
but he just had one year in his contract.
Yeah, so we'll see. But before, prior, he didn't have a 1 year left to his contract. Now he's got 1 year left to his contract. Before, they were asking something stupid like 70, the kind of the same money we paid for Pepe. And ultimately,
Yeah.
Unai Emery was right when we said that we should have went for Zaha over Pepe. You know, he also was a manager that wanted Partey. He was proven right on those players.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just that I'm just thinking that if Zaha was such a good, like, I don't know how to put this so that it doesn't sound or come off in a very different way. I'm just thinking that maybe there's something maybe wrong with his behavior or something. Because if he was that good and he's putting on these performances he has been putting on for Crystal Palace, I really do think that teams like Manchester City, Manchester United, he can come back for a second spell at Manchester United. Like they would put up that money and put up that cash for him.
I think a lot of quality players like Trossard, like Zaha, like Madison, they
Yeah,
get judged based on the teams that they play for. I think sometimes players are overlooked because of who they play for. That's what I feel. I feel like some players don't get the respect that's needed because of who they play for. If they played for a top team, then all of a sudden there's more, you know, they're praised more. But sometimes you see the quality in them because they're in a small pond, you know, big fish in a small pond, and look at how they're carrying that team. You know, Zaha's still the main guy for Crystal Palace. Madison in a team, functioning in a team, Leicester, that everyone, they seem like they're disinterested. Look at what he's doing. Look at how many goals he's still scoring and assisting. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's one of them ones there, bro. Like we should have went for Zaha. We should have went for Paulinho, my brother, my Portugueser, yeah, that went to Fulham. What did I say about Paulinho? What did I say? Yeah,
No, he's
25
good.
million.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
Yeah. So how come in from January to August, yeah, 8 months, how come we weren't able to scout him? How come? But Fulham were. Fulham were able. How come Leicester in recent years have been able to scout very good players? How come we can't? We're bigger clubs than these clubs. But I'm seeing them sometimes scouting better players in certain positions. Why are we not able to do that? Why? It is not good enough. We can't say we're big Arsenal and then we're not scouting players that are good enough because we get Lokonga, he ain't ready. We got Tavares, he ain't ready. Paulinho's ready. Paulinho straight away, both ready. Ready.
Ready.
You know what I'm saying? Ivan Toney, we already saw what he done last season. Look at him again. What did I say? Last season, I had a bet with one Arsenal fan. I said to him, listen, Ivan Toney last season is going to score more goals than Lacazette.
But again, we have to be careful. See, not side. We have to be very careful the way we put out all these names. Ivan Toney, I still insist, yeah, he's a good striker, but we still have to be very, very careful. We need to see, not side. We have to learn from past mistakes. You can't just go in for all those players and then when they come to our club, they turn to gold dust. No, we don't want that. We want
Pedro
players
Neto,
that are ready.
another one.
We want players that are ready to play for the team. Right now, Ivan Toney, yeah, he had a hat trick, but when he played against us, we saw what happened.
So
We saw what
what? He
happened,
plays
and
for
he hasn't
Brentford.
even scored. He hasn't
So
even scored
what?
on a consistent basis
So
for me
what? The
to
players
say
that
that
you pick up, what did they do against Man
is
United?
totally a top
No, no, no,
striker.
no, no,
So
no, 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 no,
we
no.
need to
That's
we need to
wrong.
be
But
careful
no,
in
no,
the
no,
way
that's wrong, bro.
we put
That's
out the
wrong.
names of all these guys.
Tony, I'm sorry, that's wrong, bro. That's wrong. Don't sit there and say,
Yeah,
"Oh, what did we
Xhaka,
do against
okay,
Man
good.
United?"
Xhaka
No,
can
no,
be
no.
judged for a whole season, but all these other players
Let me say
cannot
something
be
about what you
judged for
just
the
said.
whole
That's
season.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I see what you're doing. I see the
No, no, no. I
hypocrisy.
see what you're doing because you are criticizing Ivan Toney's whole career based on how he performed against Arsenal. What did the boys that you rate? Yeah, I
No,
also
I'm
rate that.
just
What you
saying
rate? Hold on, hold
I
on,
need to see
hold
him
on.
score
Calma, Steve.
consistently for
Calma,
two
calma,
seasons before I can bring him
calma. No, no,
in
no. Hold
as a
on.
top
Wait.
striker. That's what I'm
Wait a
saying.
minute. No, wait a minute, because you made a statement I don't agree with. You said, "Oh, Ivan Toney, what did he do when he come up against Arsenal?" Yeah, okay, cool. What did the players that you rate? What did they do against Man United? Because Saka did nothing, Martinelli did nothing, Jesus did nothing. What did these men do, bro?
Bro,
Because we
teams
lost
have
that
boogie
game. So
teams.
by
Teams
your
have
logic,
boogie
hold
teams.
on, hold on.
Manchester
By your
United
logic,
is obviously our boogie team.
by
You need
your
to
logic,
understand this.
by your logic, it don't make sense. You can't judge a player just on one performance.
Oh, but you
Son
can
didn't.
judge Granit
Hold on,
Xhaka.
hold on,
No, this is what
hold
I'm
on.
trying to
No, hold
expose.
on.
But you
Hold
can
on, let
judge
me land
Granit
on my point
Xhaka.
because you made a
Yeah,
statement. I don't
yeah,
agree
you
with.
can judge Vieira. Yeah,
No,
of
no, no,
course.
no, no.
He's
Hold on, hold
Portuguese.
on. You, no, I'm sorry, yeah, because Ivan Toney has been proven more in the Premier League than Fabio Vieira. Yeah, and I did say about Fabio Vieira that he has time to prove me wrong. So don't bring him up. What I'm saying is, you're judging him off one game, yeah? You're judging Ivan Toney off one game. A lot of players that you rate did absolute nothing against Manchester United, yeah? So by that logic, you should be slandering them. You don't judge a player off one game. Son and Harry Kane did nothing in the North London derby.
But you
Are you
judged
gonna
Vieira. You judged
hold on,
Fabio
let me land.
Vieira
Let me
already.
land.
You judged
Let
him.
me land.
That
Let
guy
me
hasn't
land,
even
bro.
touched the ball.
Let
You
me land
judged
my
him.
point. Let me land my point. Son and Harry Kane did nothing in the North London derby. Are you going to dare say that they're shit players? No, you're not. So you can't just say based off one game that player ain't good enough. He is playing in Brentford, bro. These men have just come up, bro. Come up last season. That team isn't a world-class team, and he's still performing. You have to put respect. And this is the reason why players like Zaha, players like Madison, players like Ivan Toney are overlooked, because people don't realize the squad that they're playing with and the numbers that they're putting up is very impressive in relation to the quality around them. So it's not fair to say that. They're doing very well in the teams that they're in. So don't say that, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, there's no debate that Ivan Toney is a better baller than Nketiah, bro. So don't tell me he wouldn't be a step up. He would be for us.
No, he will be a step up. But again, I'm just saying we need to be very careful about these players we're trying to bring into the club. We don't want to have players that would come and then their desire to play football would just dwindle. We need to be very, very careful. That's what I'm saying. Look at your best options. I want us to go in January into the market and bring in a Vlahovic. That's what I want to see. If you want an Ivan Toney, good and okay. I rate an Ivan Toney. But again, I'm just saying we need to exercise patience. We need to watch these players we're trying to bring in because we don't want another Aubameyang situation. Whether he was good for the club or not, that's out for the jury. But we don't want those type of situations again. We want situations where players we're bringing in will have resale value. That's what I'm talking about. It can help our business end and also help us down there on the pitch to win. That's what I'm saying. So would you object to a Vlahovic by January?
No, but why did we get him in the first place? That's what I'm saying. You're talking about panic buying. I'm bringing up players that it's not a panic buy. These players are Premier League proven. Why did we go out and get them? And the ones that are not, they're performing really well in the Premier League. Why did we not go do that in the summer? You can't tell me that's a panic buy. If you get a player like Zaha that has proven it for season upon season in the Premier League, why not go out and get him? If you're seeing that Ivan Toney that for 2 seasons now, he's playing very well in the Premier League, why not go and get him? That's not a panic buy, bro. Every player, no matter, bro, we've seen big players come in. I remember Shevchenko going to Chelsea, bro. His reputation over there in Italy was mad. Come to the Premier League and flop. We see Werner ripping it up in the Bundesliga, come here and flop. No matter if the player's big or small, you never know. But if you don't take the risk, how are you going to go forward? When we got Alexis Sanchez and Man United got Di Maria, a lot of people are looking at Di Maria as the better player. Sanchez come up on here and he ripped it. So my point is this: when you're not taking the risk and going out getting these players that are quality, yeah, then what's the point? Because some people say, "Oh, he's not good enough." How do you know if you don't get him? How do you not know if you
that's
don't
what I'm
go out
saying.
there
That
and get him?
you have to exercise caution when you're in that transfer market because going and buying all these people doesn't still guarantee you to win anything. That's what I'm
And
saying.
sticking with players that have not done it for us season upon season, Rob Holding, El Nene, all these man is not going to get us anywhere either.
Okay, good. I clearly understand that. Even personally, I don't rate Rob Holding, but is he that kind of guy you would like to have turn up in an European League night? Yeah, yeah. It would be nice
No,
to have squad players.
no,
I'm
no.
just
Because
saying it
have
would
we
be
won
nice to
it?
have squad players.
God,
You know,
with all these
yeah,
squad
it would be
players
nice to
you
have
rate, have
squad
we won
players.
it? Have we won in Europe? Have we won? No, we haven't.
See, it doesn't correlate with winning in Europe. I'm saying as a squad player, even Iketia, no matter how you slag this guy off, as a squad player, it's still okay to have him there. We can have 3 to 4 squad players. That's what I'm saying. As a squad player, it's not bad.
So you
So
don't want to win these competitions. You don't want to win it. You
no,
just want to
no,
have
of course we
people that
can
can
win, but
finish.
I'm just saying it doesn't correlate to Eddie Nketiah playing or being a squad player. That's what I'm saying.
But what you're telling me is what this club has done for 19 years. What has it got us apart from FA Cups? What's it got us?
Good. Prince Fuad just tells you FA Cup winner. He says, stop blaming Arteta. And he says,
We
FA
should have
Cup
kept Wenger
winner.
then. We should have kept Wenger. If FA Cup is good enough, we should have kept Wenger because he was even a washed up Wenger was good enough to win FA Cups. We should have kept Wenger then.
Okay. Okay. Right here. See, what is your prediction? What is your prediction for that Liverpool match coming? You know, me and you will have to have a show in your place, in your channel, talking about this whole Liverpool because, as you can see, this program is just so heated and it's just so explosive that we just only drove through only one topic. So we have to do this again and again, not side. We have to run this back to back. On your channel and on mine. So in that, just give us in a nutshell, what do you think about that Bodo game and the Liverpool game coming up? We have some minutes before because we have to go to your show. I think by 8:30 or so.
Yeah. We should be winning against that team. What they called? I don't even know their name.
Bodo Gimmet. Yeah, minnows actually.
Even our second string team should be able to handle them
Yeah,
easily.
definitely.
Liverpool is a tricky one because Liverpool, as bad as they've been, I do think we can beat them. I'm going more for a draw.
Okay.
They do have the quality. But
I'm sorry, please. I'm looking for Northside. Is Northside sitting here? Wow, we can beat Liverpool. Northside, are you in the building? No. I think you're a double ganger because you're not Northside. No. No. Where the hell is Northside? Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love this Northside I'm seeing right now.
we
This is
can
great.
win our next Europa League fixture against Liverpool. I see more of a draw. You can get got at. I think Trent defensively is shocking, but they do have some quality. Van Dijk has been shocking as well. They have some players that are in bad form. They have bad form, but they are a quality team. As much as we want to mug them off, they are still a good team. Not an amazing team at the moment, but they got players that have been there and won it. They won the Premier League, they won the Champions League. So I'm not expecting an easy game, but I feel like if we defensively are solid, we can hurt them. And hopefully Saka turns up. We see the best of Saka. And Martinelli adds more goals. And I definitely think that we can hurt them. If we've got Thomas Partey in the midfield, we definitely have the team to hurt them. But it's a hard one. It's a hard one because we're in very good form, but we're not. This squad is not the level of Liverpool, in my opinion. But Liverpool have a very good. Individually, they got good squad, but at the same time, defensively, they've been woeful. I mean, Brighton were able to score quite a few
to run
goals.
at them. Yeah, definitely.
They can get got at, but at the same time, we can't underestimate Liverpool because they definitely have some quality players. Let's be real.
Gracie May came to the show. Gracie May had concerns about that Liverpool game. Jez put his own reputation on the line in the chat yesterday when I had Gracie May, and he said that he actually predicted that Arsenal is going to win by 2-1. I've said Arsenal is going to win by 2-1, and Jess put his neck on the line and said Arsenal is going to win by 2-1. Right now, North Side, only on this show, on our show together, the heated debate. I want you to put yourself and your repetition on the line down here. Put it on the line. Arsenal is going to draw or Arsenal is going to win by what score? Can you do that right here on Tonygunnerclaude Gunner TV?
I think Arsenal are going to draw this game.
Scores?
2-2.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it on me and Northside's first show, the first episode of our program that will be running each week, one on his channel, one on my channel every week. And he here has just declared that Arsenal is going to have a draw with Liverpool come this weekend. So let's hold him up to that. And then when Arsenal get that precious win by the weekend, you can go to his socials, go to his post game show, and demand justice for what he's done and said right now. Hold him accountable because we Arsenal fans, we don't like to hold Edu accountable for the crimes of not getting us the players we need. Not Ateta. It's Edu. He has to be held for those crimes, for not getting in the people that we want, into that team. But we can as well hold, Northside accountable for his prediction. So after that match, please everyone swamp his socials, swamp his post game show because he always has a post game show after each game for that Liverpool game. So you have to join him. Northside, I know we have to rush out right now. What can you big up your channel? Tell us what you got coming up, especially the one you have coming up in, is it 30 minutes or so?
In 30 minutes, yeah.
30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, IG, you can find me on IG, Northside LDN, but all the content comes out on the channel, YouTube channel, the same, Northside LDN. And in half an hour, 8:30, for anyone that's on playback, watching this on playback, 8:30 on my channel, I'll have Tony, I'll have Deji, the Spurs fan, that's going to have to
Deji
answer for his
Sports,
transgressions.
my guy, my guy.
And we're going to have also Fuad. So Deji's going to get roasted. If you want to see a Spurs
He's gonna
fan
get roasted, guys.
then come and join in half an hour, 8:30 UK time. Basically in half an hour from this show, we're gonna roast a Tottenham fan. And Deji, you better get ready.
Guys, you've heard it. Please go smash wherever you are. Go smash that like button, smash that subscription button for Northside LDN. He's come to on home turf here. We have to show him love, and whether you like it or not, he's a regular here. So you just have to like him, whether you like his ideas or not. You just have to love him because he's down here. He's showed us love. He's brought me into his fold. Even without knowing me. So Northside. I respect you a whole lot for bringing me into your fold, bringing me into your community, and making me a brother. Thank you very very much, and God bless you, my brother. So I would see you where we will be talking to Deji Spores, my guy, that brother. Everyone here, Deji Spores. He has been instrumental to the growth of my channel. And of course he's out there. So we have to go and watch Northside LDN show in some minutes. So please join us there. Asinamanic, please join us there. Static, join us there. We have to go and talk to Deji Sports. Prince Fuad is going to be with us there. Thank you everyone who's joined us for this show. Anthony Herbert, thank you very much for showing up today. God bless you. And please join us on Northside LDN's show. And please go and subscribe to Northside LDN right now. And if you've not done that, please smash the subscribe button down there. Like his programs. You know what it's all about. You know what he does. Just go smash that subscription button. And I'll see you on the other side on his channel soon. I think in 28 minutes or so. Northside, thank you for coming to the show, brother. I'll see you on the other side.
Love, bro. See you soon.
See you soon, brother. One love.